Hi, fourth graders. Today we are going to explore two-digit division, or when we have two-digit divisors with division. And so the process isn't going to change at all. Whatever you've been using for one-digit divisors, you can continue to use, but we're going to get some practice now with some larger numbers, and we're going to use some rounding and estimation to help us with that. So we're going to jump right into page 172, and we'll look at a couple of these examples together and how we could solve 403 divided by 28, and then we'll look at 861 divided by 41. So once again, this is page 172. Let's go ahead and look at these together. So if we have 403 divided by 28, we're going to set it up the exact same way, right? And we're going to think to ourselves, can 28 go into 4? Well, no, not even close. And then can 28 go into 40, or what times 28 can get you to 40? And in this case, you can. And sometimes what I like to do is I like to kind of, with large divisors like this, I like to think, okay, let me think of what groups of 28 are so that I kind of have an idea of what to use. And you can also use some rounding. But I like to start out with this, and I know one group of 28 is 28. If I double that, two groups of 28 is 56. And then if I double that, I know what four groups of 28 is. It's 112. And that just gives me an idea of the larger groups that I can work, the multiple groups that I can work with. Now I can still use 3 groups, 5 groups, how many ever, but this gives me a starting point. We also can think of 28 as about 30. So if I have about 30, 30 times 1 is 30, 30 times 2 is 60. That's way too big. So I'm going to start out by just pulling out 10 groups. And remember, it's only 10 because I am simply thinking of, I knew 28 times nothing can get me to 4, but 28 times something can get me to 40. So I'm in my tens, okay? So I'm dealing with groups of 10. So 10 times 28 is 280, right? And when I subtract, I have 123 left. Well, this is now where I'm thinking the same thing I always have been in with division. 28 times what will get me close to 123 without going over? I don't have a multiplication chart for 28s that I can use, but I do have this, right? And so far, I've seen 4 groups of 28 is actually pretty close to 123. And with this method, the partial quotients, it's okay if you don't get it exact and you have to do an extra step. With larger divisors, that often happens, right? And a lot of kids find a lot of success with this partial quotients. The traditional method is a little bit tougher when you have 2-digit divisors. So one other thing you could do is you could think of this as 30. Well, if you can skip count by your 3s, you should be able to skip count by your 30s and get close to 123. So if you say 30, 60, 90, 120. So we're going to do 4 groups of 28 because we know 112 is close. And so if I put 4 groups of 28, I got to subtract 112, and I'm down to 11. As soon as your subtraction is smaller than your divisor, that's your answer. So with this case, we know that our answer is going to be 14 with a remainder of 11. All right. And so we can have some pretty big remainders now because we have a big divisor. We just can't pull out another equal group of 28. So our remainder could have been as big as 27. All right. So you can still do the traditional way. It might help to have something like this available, or you're going to have to do some multiplication on the side as well. And you're going to want to use pencil because there's probably going to be a lot of erasing where you have to go back because you pulled out the wrong number, and that's okay. That's okay. All right. So we know the answer is going to be 14 remainder 11, right? And I put that 0 up top to keep my place value. 28 times what can get me to 4? Nothing. But 28 times 1 will get you to 28. We did the exact same thing. We wrote 28 underneath. Some of you still write 280, and that's totally fine, and you subtract everything. And I bring my 3 down. Now I'm at 123. This was helpful, or just you can, if you would have pulled out 5, you would know that's too many. If you would only pull out 3, you would have had a greater number than 28, and you would have known during your check in this method, you would have said, oh, I didn't pull out enough groups. So you'd have to erase the 3 and go back and try 4. We saw in this, when we subtract, we get 112, or when we subtract 112, because 4 times 28 is 112, you have 11 left over. Okay. Nothing has changed within these methods. Everything is the exact same of what you've been doing. Now the difficulty level is just because our divisor, our equal groups, is getting bigger. Okay? So let's try number 2. 861 divided by 41. Well, you have this if you want it. One group of 41 is 41. If you double that, you get 82. Well, if you double this, you get 164. Just gives me some ideas of about how much my groups are. Okay? Now, I think about, can 41 go into 8? Nope. So I'm not pulling out any hundreds. Can 41 go into 86? Absolutely. You can also think of this as about 40. It's really close. So if you can skip count by 40, 40, 80, 120. Oh, I should know I'm pulling out 2 groups or 20 groups in this case, because really I'm thinking about this number as 86, right? So 86 groups is really 86 tens is 860. So I'm in my tens place. And so 20 times 41 we know is 82. So 820, or I'm sorry, 21 times 41 is 820. You subtract, you get 41. Look at that. We got lucky on this one. One group of 41 and there is no remainder. So your answer is 21. Same thing if we look at it this way, right? It is the exact same problem of what you've been doing with that traditional step-by-step method. 0 groups of 41 can get you to 8, but 2 can get you close to 86. With this method, you probably really want to start to use that estimation and think about it as 40. Okay, round it, and that will help you. You do your subtract, or your multiplication is 82. You subtract and bring down. You should have 41. Same thing here. Make sure you're using that check step with that traditional method. That's really important to make sure you're pulling out the appropriate number of groups. Here, you could have started just pulling out 10 41s and then another 10 41 and then your 141. This method, the partial quotients, seems to work better because you don't have to be so exact and you can use numbers that are easier to work with. Okay? All right, good luck today. We'll have a couple of days to practice problems like this.